Hi friends, what's this menu button? This is actually a button. If I'll click this, I can get lot of options where I can work it. It will work like a radio button, a check button, or I can on click I can execute some functions. So and I can even direct write a inline functions and I can quit it also. We'll learn all about these menu buttons. This is our standard blank window where we have Kinter we have imported and we are using it, and here it is a label where we are just given welcome to menu button and L2 or another one where another label. So and we have used a grid layout also, and in the message here we will be changing the message by using the menu buttons and the options of the buttons, and this also at the row 2 and column 2. The first one is row 1 column 1. So menu button will use it at the left of it, so row 2 at column 1. Now let's see how this blank window looks like. So we'll just run this. Here it is. So this is our blank window. To this left of message here, left of this we'll add here our menu button. We'll declare the menu and add it here. We'll declare our menu button first. So MB, the variable I am using, tk dot menu button. Fine. My parent window is my underscore w. This is my parent window. Some text I will write it. We'll say my menu. Whatever you want to write. Now other things are optional. I can write it or not. So we'll explore all the options for that. So we'll see that, and let me place it in a grid. Now as we have discussed, it should be row equal to 2 and column equal to 1 and pad x. Why I am giving pad x? Because I don't want it to flush it my left edge. So slightly. And one more thing we'll do, we'll slightly increase the font. So we'll say font 1 equal to it's a tuple. So font family is, let's say, Times. You can give anything. Size is, let me just 18, and style is normal. Not bold, italic I am not doing. So here I am placing the one of the option is font. It is there with button entry, everywhere it is there. So this option I am selling, use the font 1. So that's all. My menu should appear now. I have not given, no I am not, I had to assign a menu then only. So the grid I have placed, now I am assigning a menu to this menu button. So my menu button dot menu equal to tk dot menu. Now menu button, sorry, here. Now the to assign it, I will declare it here equal to mb dot menu. So now there is a menu linked with my menu button. Now whatever I will do, I will add various options to this my menu so it can be displayed. So let's see, I will just place it. So I am just saying mb dot. We will not go more in depth of the menus because that we have already discussed in the menu part. So options of the menu you can read from there. I will leave the link here. I am just saying add command. Whatever you can add the command here. Label equal to, say I am saying it's opt 1. You can write any other text also. What it will do, it will have a command. Okay, I am not specifying anything. Let's see whether how it works. Now one more thing I will do is mb dot menu, one more add command. I will say here label equal to quit, and here what I will do, I will add a command, add a function command to is command equal to my w. What is my w? It's my parent window, wherever it is. Quit. So it will close down this. So that's all. Let's save this and go for run it and see. Yeah, my menu is appearing. When I am picking, these two are appearing. If I'll click quit, it will close. Now once again I am just opening, clicking this one. Opt 1 is 1, nothing will happen because we have not programmed anything. So here it is, we are. Now to this we will add various option and explore it. Let's start with the option active background. What is active background? By the way, active background and background they are not same. Active background, when I place the mouse over it, it became active. So we'll see that. We'll see when what is the normal state also. So let me just give something green. One more command also we'll see. Now I am just coming to next line. Here I will write active foreground. Let's say active foreground is blue. Okay, now let's see how this, what way this two works. So this is my one. Now you just see my, when a mouse is there, it is active. Now it is font has changed to blue and background is green. So this is active background and active foreground. Okay, I can just give a background to it also. So I will say BG or background. I can reiterate background also. BG is equal to, let's say, red. BG. Then I will say FG also, foreground. Foreground equal to, let's say, yellow. You can use all hex codes. So I'm just using this. You can see this now. When I am pressing the mouse, it changes, but otherwise its background is red and foreground is yellow. You can change to whatever hex code also you can use it. Now one more thing is our anchor. Direction in which the text to be placed. Say we have more spaces available. So I can say anchor equal to, I can use north, northeast, south, southeast or west like this. So let me just put it east side, but you may not find the difference because that much space I am not given here. You can just see this. Okay, I will increase the width of it. So let me just add one more parameter here, width. Width is equal to, let's say, 20. Now you can see. Okay, fine. You just watch this. So it has been east. If west means there, if I'll increase the height, then I can place it at the center or at the top or at the bottom. So that is the purpose of anchor. Now after the anchor, let's go to font. We have already seen this. The font, I can change the font also here. So font size I can change. Now one thing it is that direction, which direction it will open. Now let me just remove some of this are not required. You have already understood this. Now width also I am removing. Now I'll say direction. Direction, I can open it in the left, right, below or flush. So these are the values. Now let's say right. What mean this right? But don't use top. Top is not there in this. So when I am selling, it is right of it. I can open it in the right. I can change it to left also. When I this menu, you can see it is left. Here it is. Left of it, it will open. What is this dotted line? We'll see this line is called tear off, and that purpose we have already the demo. We have seen it in our menu when you declared. You can take it out that menu from that. We'll see in one example. So left. Now one more is so here you can use this. Now cursor is there, front direction you can use below or flush also. So let me just say below means okay, you can understand. Flush is along with that it will open up. Here it is. I am just giving, here it is. Okay. Tear off, if I click this, then okay, it has gone here. I can pull it out also. This menu is separated from this. I can, this we have already explained in the menu tutorial. There were all the options of the menu we have discussed. It's a part of that actually. So I'm not discussing it here. So that you can see that link is available. You can see the same menu we are using. So menu part is sent, but what you are learning is options of the menu button and some methods we will see. So I'm not discussing more about this. So this is how. Then we'll go to next some few options. Few more important options we'll learn. So we'll say one of them is disable foreground. So let's say when it is let's say blue, when it is disabled, but we have to, for that we have to disable it. So I'm just going to the next line and saying state equal to disabled. So now it is disabled and the color of it will be there. You can see it is because it is disabled. I can't click and it is okay. So that is how disable foreground will work. And the state is an important one. We'll see it with when we further in our one example we'll see for that. Now height you can do. Height is the menu button number of lines. Height, pad X, pad Y, with the gap between the left edge and the text. Pad Y is the top bottom. Then the relief. Relief is one of the important one. Relief equal to, relief can take 5 values in that. It will be raised, sunken, flat, raised, solid and group. So you, let's say what is raised. So in that case you can see this values here, you can see that is raised. I will just change to one more, other 2 3 you can total other, there are 5 are there. Solid. So let's see what solid does. It is, we have explained this in our button tutorial also, and in many other, this option is available to many widgets, entry box, everywhere it is available, so you can explore that. So relief, then important, another we can underline also something. Let's say underline 3 means the third text will be underlined. So let's go it to 4. Okay, I don't know what is third text. See, E is underlined here, so you can underline any text by this, using this underline. So now 2 important things, that there is also width is there, wrap length. Wrap length, you can break the line after certain characters, that is wrap length. One important thing, and sorry, 2 important thing is this state and text variable, that you will see, learn with one example. Text variable, you can assign it to that. Next we'll go for that. We'll go with state, then we'll move to text variable. We'll learn how to manage the state option of a menu button by using radio button. So you will understand what is the state and how the state changes. What are there are 3 values it can take, that you will see. So what you will do, we'll place you can this also, okay, let it be, we'll place some radio button. So what I will say is R1 is my radio button. What is my parent window is my underscore W. This is my parent window. Text, this is the text part only. I am writing disable. The value is actually disabled. So when I am telling variable, why I am adding a variable is, though I am not using here, because 3 radio buttons, all the 3 should be linked, because you know radio buttons one at a time can be clicked, whereas in the check button you can check multiple buttons. So here I am giving a same variable to 3 radio buttons, and I will assign a value also. Value is 1. I have not declared R underscore V, I will do that. So variable is I have given underscore. Now let me give the command. I will come to the next line, just giving here command equal to lambda. Now here what I am doing, I am telling MB is my menu button. Now config I am configuring this, which option, state equal to disabled. Fine, so this will disable my this radio button will disable. Now R underscore V, I have to declare it as a int variable, or I have declared it. No, I have not declared it. Let me just above it, let me declare it here. R underscore V equal to tk dot int var. Fine, so this I have declared it. If I want by default something should be clicked, I can give a value here. So that particular, suppose I want while opening it should disable the menu button. So I can say value equal to 1. You can see that now. So here variable, oh sorry, here I missed a comma here. Fine, so value comma lambda. Okay, this is over. Now let's because we'll have 3 radio buttons, but we can meanwhile run it once and see how it works. See, this is not disabled. Quit value 1 MB on click of this it will be disabled. So because I am not clicked it. Now let me just open once more. Sorry, I have to place it on a grid, otherwise it will not be visible. Okay, R1 dot grid. Now row equal to 2 and column also equal to 2, because row 1 column 1 is our menu button. So now I am going there, so it's visible now. So let me just see this, how it is disabled. If I click this, okay, it's getting disabled. Okay, because it is selected, because the value is same. Okay, let me just copy up to this and go for another radio button. I will paste this, give this name as R2 R2, here I am R2. My disable, I will say normal. Variable same, value I will slightly change it. So lambda, this is normal, and another option is active. So I will say, sorry, not here. Now this will be column 3, will say right of it. So row 2 column 3. Now I am placing one more. This should be R3. I just pasted, copied that radio button. This is R3, and let me just give the column 4. So right of it, disable. No, this I will make it active. Variable thing, value I will, let me give 3, and here state is active. This should match. Disabled, normal, and active. These are the 3 state. Here what you have written is active, then normal. Okay, let's see what happens. Fine. So normal, active, disabled. How will you know what's the difference? Okay, let me just remove that value 1, because by default, unless I click it, thing will not happen. So I am removing this. So here what I will just do a disable. That there is an option we have seen earlier, that when we are disabling the disable foreground, the color of the font we can change it. So that will add to this. Here it is solid. I will say disable foreground is, let me say red. And another thing also, there is a active background. Active background, let me say green. Sorry. Okay, active foreground also I can add to that. Okay, that's enough. Let me run this and see. Okay, fine. Now I will say normal. Now I will say active. Active foreground, we have made it green. Now disable foreground. Now I will disable it. Okay, you see this. Now it is disabled. I can't pull it. I can, even if I am clicking here also. Now normal. Normal, I can pull it out. Normal, you see the font is getting, when I can quit this, click the option. Now this is normal. Now active. Active means the color, foreground color is again getting active. Foreground is, we have given it as green. So, and I can disable it. So menu is, font is changed to disable. Once it is disabled, I cannot open this menu. So this is how I can check the state of the menu button. Now let's use text variable, because these are the important things we'll be using in our applications. So this text and this state, these are all we can be, in fact all options can be configured. You want a different background color, different, all can be configured, but the important part is the state and the text variables. Let's understand text variables. So we'll remove all this active background, home. Okay, here. From here we'll remove this. We'll keep the font only. Rest of the things are not required. Fine. We'll declare one str1, one string variable, str1 equal to, here we are. I'm just declaring string var. So this is a string variable. So I'm okay. While declaring, I can give a value also. Let me say value equal to my menu. Fine. Now I will remove this text and put the string variable here. I am inside my menu button. So I am selling text variable equal to str1. So it will display. I will not do, so it will display, there is nothing great in that. It will display the value of my menu here. I will just check it off by using this. Okay, some error because R1B I removed. Now let me remove all these radio buttons. I will not use the radio buttons now. Instead of that, here I am. So I will save this, run this, we'll see. Okay, my menu text has come because I am, as a string variable, I have used it and assigned the value. Now I will manage that data, whatever the string variable connected, that I will manage through a entry box. So what I will do, E1 equal to tk dot, it's an entry. So in the parent window, my underscore w. Now here I am selling text variable equal to str1. I am assigning the same text variable. Now let me place it on the grid. So again row 2, because our menu button is 2, and column 2 right of it, because menu button is column 1. So I am telling column 2. Now that's all. Let's see what happens here. You can see text variable is str1, and here also str1, and here I am declaring with a default value. So let us run this and see. Here it is my menu. Now what happens? I am just changing the text. You can see this width, this is changing. If I will reduce this, fine. So this is my menu. Okay, I can give a fixed slightly. I will width I will increase so it will not jump. Let me give 20. Okay, so here it is. My menu A, B, C, whatever I keep on typing it, the same thing menu will be reflecting there. So dynamically I can change the text of the menu. Say sometime you want a login, one menu is there where a login is there. Now user has logged in. Once he has logged in, you don't want that button to show again login. It should show log out. So there you can manage this and say log out. The same menu button will change the text on it. So that these are the requirements will come up. So that is why this text variable and the state also many times we don't want that to be available to that one. That's all. There can be many of the requirements where this can be manipulated or can be changed. That's all. Friends, if you have any idea, suggestion or anything, questions, you can use the comment section below to post it. We'll try to further improve it, and I will request you to please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you'll be notified as and when we post new tutorials and all, and we frequently do that. And please subscribe, and thank you for watching.